Well, the South African Savings Institute has joined forces with the National Credit Regulator in the Spend Wisely festive season campaign to encourage all of us during the tempting time to spend wisely. Of course, we all know how difficult that can be, but here goes. Let's give it a try. The CEO of SASI, Lwanga-Nanziri, joins us from our Sea Point studios to perhaps give us some tips on how to spend wisely. Elizabeth, thank you very, very much for joining us here on the program.
Thank you, and good morning to the listeners.
What does the latest research suggest about South Africans and their spending patterns? How are we doing?
Well, we are not different from what's happening in the rest of the world. We are very heavy spenders, and especially at this time, it's a festive season, merrymaking. We are indeed heavy spenders, but it gets worse around the season. So it hasn't changed so much over the years, but I guess with the credit crunch that hit South Africa this year, I'm not so sure we're going to see a lot of spending going forward until people have recovered. But over the years, we've been heavy spenders, and we haven't changed that, especially during the festive season.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's very difficult to change people's perceptions, and you almost feel that you look around you and everybody's spending frantically and buying things that they can't necessarily afford. And what's the advice that you give to consumers at a time like this? Because I do know that you have a Spend Wisely campaign going.
Absolutely, we do. And the whole purpose of this campaign is just to caution consumers around the hype of marketing, because this is all about marketing and people working on your psyche. So it's not like today is the only Christmas that you're finding in your life, especially for those of us that are adults. You've been having these merry-making seasons all over. So what happens is that during this period, they know you are out to make merry, you are in a festive mood, so they just play on your psyche. Marketeers will go saying everything is on sale, take now, pay in February. Yeah. And so we're saying to consumers, please watch out. Everywhere is sale. If anything is on sale and you didn't mean to take it in the first instance, like it's not on your budget or on your list, assuming you even have a list, then don't go for it. So it's all about marketing and them playing on our sites. So we're saying to consumers, please spend wisely. It's a cautious way to go about this season. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble come January. Yeah. So it's a Spend Wisely campaign. Conscious move. Yeah.
I mean, it's quite amazing when you do see these sale signs everywhere. Sale, special, buy now, and exactly. You won't regret it, because it's just an amazing thing. Meantime, instead of saving 500 Rand, you're spending 2,000 Rand. So anyway, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. There are a couple of tips that you can give to consumers, things to think about, and things that we may not necessarily keep in our mind when you're tempted. Just give us a few of those spending wisely tips.
Okay, first and foremost, at this time of the year, we suggest that you have at least a list of some sort. Do not just get out of your house and say you're going to a shopping mall. Believe me, you're going to come back empty and indebted heavily. So get out of your house with a list that this is what I want. And then if you find anything on your list on sale, then probably you can buy it. But if you're buying it on credit, you're not doing any saving at all. So have a budget as well. Oh, don't go with children. I know it's very good, but if you shop with other people, you'll be tempted to spend more, because everybody will be like, Mommy, I want this, or we have to buy this for go-go. So you do more spending and impulse purchasing than you would normally have done. Yeah. And the other thing is, for those that have managed to work and gotten some funds, please pay off your debt if you can with your bonuses that you have got. Then whatever the balance, you can go and spend. Oh, and if you want to go for a holiday or any form of entertainment, make sure that you can spend cash on that entertainment, because the worst part of what's happening to South Africans is that we are borrowing to consume. So you're going to borrow to go for a holiday or go out and dine out with your family. That is terrible. So those few tips, if you follow, then maybe you won't be as badly in a bad position come January. And if you have anything the one thing that we would say to consumers who especially have children and are watching out for next year, please pay a little bit of the kids' school dues and scholastic materials now, It pays you, you get discounts for them, and also buy, bulk purchases, especially for groceries. It will help you. It will save you, especially come January when you've exhausted everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably the best bit of advice you've given, because you find that everybody spends all their money in December, and then when January comes about, when you really need to invest your money in your child's education, you find yourself cash strapped. I'd love to talk more, but I think you've given us some great ideas to think about. Elizabeth Lwanga-Nanziri, who's the CEO of the South African Savings Institute, thank you very, very much for being with us.
Thank you, and thank you to your viewers.
Excellent, thank you. All right, let's take a break.